But the kids would learn the language, learn our language quicker, because they could cuss up a storm after a little bit in English.
Joe Schaefer has the kind of smile that when you see it, you feel the corners of your own mouth turning up. Mr. Schaefer is a World War II veteran. He served with the 92nd Field Artillery and 2nd Armored Division.
Hell on wheels.
This former door-to-door produce salesman punctuates the end of a sentence with a giggle.
And rolled into Berlin on the Autobahn.
When he tells the story of how he sprained his ankle just weeks before D-Day.
All our equipment was being loaded up, and we were in a softball game. I got a hit and run to first base and hit a little hole or something, and tore a ligament in my ankle.
D-Day.
A bad ankle tear required a cast, and while this 22-year-old begged to go, doctors kept him away from the battlefield for 2 months. So in an odd turn of events, a pop fly and an ankle cast kept him from storming the beaches of Normandy.
Of our outfit.
And might have saved his life.
It wasn't a short time that all the paratroopers were coming back
400-foot drop in a
that had landed ahead of the invasion. They were coming back with all limbs with casts on and everything. So they'd ask me, what happened to you? And I'd say, I don't want to talk about it.
Mr. Schaefer found a way to find humor in his service. During the Battle of the Bulge, then Corporal Schaefer drove what's called a half-track.
It's just a personnel carrier. It's got armored around. It had four-wheel drive and everything, and you could really go anywhere almost with it.
Men, tanks, and vehicles are lined up for the presidential inspection.
A vehicle he once paraded in the Potsdam Conference in front of Stalin, Churchill, and Truman. Mr. Schaefer can no longer see the faces on these pictures. Legally blind from macular degeneration, viewing old photos is difficult, even with special equipment.
We lived in Berkeley after we got married.
Despite his disability, this smiling soldier still finds joy in photos from England, Africa, and Germany.
3144, I'll be darned.
But there's one memory that wipes the smile from even his face.
He was killed in Europe. He was younger than me, and he had just gotten in, and sent him over there, and he was killed on May the 4th of 45, which was 4 days before the war ended.
Paul Schaefer was 22. He never made it home from the war, but memories still bring a familiar expression to Joe's face. Paul served his country, and now perhaps his brother gets to carry his smile.